Hey, what's up? Quite a night of boxing we had. Yeah, but yeah, of course, it wasn't all the biggest fights, but still, I mean, the main event was kind of, you know, not the best matchup it could have been, but still, it was fun to see that knockout happen when Zhang knocked out Deontay Wilder and probably sent him into retirement, hopefully. Because once again, Wilder showed, even though he did better this time than against Parker, I mean, despite getting knocked out, he did throw and land more punches. And, but still, it wasn't enough, of course. He was first hurt by a glancing left hook, I believe, and then as he turned around, he was hit with a big right bang, and down he went. Even though he, in the end, kind of made the count was slow, I must say. So he might have been even counted out before he got up, but he was, of course, in no position to continue. And yeah, it was just quite even a little sad. But he needed to he needed this loss to show him that he needs to retire anyway. And for Zhang is now bouncing back, of course, from that Parker loss, and he threw more punches, and that was good to see. He didn't just wait for that one or two big punches. And yeah, I hope he has learned. I believe he has learned quite a lot from the Parker fight. You just cannot, doesn't matter how hard you hit, you cannot trust that one or two punches will be enough, or even three, to win a fight, especially against a guy who is as tough, as determined, and has as much heart as Joseph Parker. And yeah, well, as for the other fights, Philip Hrgovic was of bad luck against Dubois. He got cut pretty early on, I think in the fourth round. First on the right eye and then also on the left. But also he spent himself way too fast. I don't know, I was surprised to see him come out right out of the gates, firing, like swinging away. I don't know why he did. I think he expected to just steamroll over Dubois easily, like get him out within 3 rounds probably. But even though he hit him with many good clean shots, once again I think this fight showed that Hrgovic doesn't hit that hard. I mean, against Zhang took all his punches easily until he tired in the last round, and then he seemed to kind of get wobbled, and yeah, but Dubois was able to take his punches, even though maybe not all the biggest punches landed cleanly that Hrgovic threw, but he did have a few that kind of seemed to hurt Dubois. And what happened in round 5, I think it was he had Dubois hurt, and then suddenly the referee jumps in to warn Hrgovic about hitting behind the head. I mean, what the heck was that? I didn't see him hit Dubois behind the head, really. That was weird. I mean, yeah. But then after the 6th round, Hrgovic was tired visibly. He didn't throw anything almost. In the 7th round, he got just beaten up, in that round really badly. And in the 8th, he started throwing again, but it was too late. He again got hit, and then, the cut started bleeding too much, and it had to be stopped. That was a shame. I would have liked to see him, if they let him continue just a little bit, to see if he would bounce back, if he would manage to kind of turn the fight around, and maybe he could have, maybe not, but anyway, Dubois did what he had to do. he kind of paced himself for the first 2 or 3 rounds. I had Dubois winning round 3 and round 7. And I don't think I gave him more than that actually, because Hrgovic outlanded him in all the other rounds, and but yeah, he was ahead definitely on my card, like 68, 65. Even though round 7 could have been scored 10-8 for Dubois, because he really hurt Hrgovic there, even though he didn't knock him down. But yeah, I think Hrgovic was fed too much BS about Dubois being, had weak-hearted and all that crap, nonsense. I don't think he ever was that. Yeah, I mean, what happened against Joyce? I don't think many would have continued, being that, having that damaged eye and all around it. Yeah, I mean, and then against Usyk, you might say the guy even got robbed for a knockout, but then he got beaten down by a great fighter, a much better fighter than himself actually, and there's no shame in that. You know, I think that was the first time Usyk showed that he really can actually hit, also at heavyweight, and hard enough anyway. So yeah, Dubois. I don't know what happens now. I mean, I know there's talks about a fight between AJ and Hrgovic. I don't know if that will happen now. I don't know, maybe because Hrgovic did look good in the fight until the 7th round anyway. So, it wasn't like he was totally destroyed and, dominated. Not at all. Far from that. But he just didn't pace himself, and he paid the price, also got cut. He's kind of unlucky with these cuts. Yeah. Like against Zhang, he got badly cut right in the first round, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of sad for Hrgovic. I thought he would win. I did expect him to win, but he didn't have the right game plan. He came into the fight too cocky, too too confident. Yeah, there is something called being too confident or overconfident. But now I hope this will be a good learning curve for him, a good lesson. So now he knows he just cannot walk through all these guys, and everybody. I mean, I think that he probably thought, yeah, I'm just going to steamroll through everybody until I get to the very best guys like AJ and Usyk, So, yeah. But no, that's not how it works. There are other really good fighters in that division except for those two. I mean, yeah, not just those two or three with Fury, you might say. So yeah, Hrgovic, I hope, will come out of this a better fighter mentally and more humble. He needs that. He needs that. And Bivol finally scored another knockout victory after so long. Oh man, I believe he hasn't scored a knockout since like 2014 or something. I don't know, when he stopped Sullivan Barrera. Was it 14, 15? Doesn't matter. I mean, his challenger was just, yeah, he was Malik Zinad did a good job. I mean, he performed very well according to the expectation. I mean, there were expectations were really low. Actually, it was 2018. Sorry, when he stopped Sullivan Barrera. So it's 6 years. Wow, man. Yeah, so expectations were really low for Zinad, but he performed very well. I mean, other than getting stopped, and the stoppage might have been tad premature, even I would say. But probably if he hadn't been stopped then, and it would have been in the next round probably. And this was his first fight of this, you know, caliber, and yeah, he has nothing to be ashamed of, definitely. And this is the 12th successful defense for Bivol, and now he can go on fighting finally against Beterbiev, and that's all I can say about that. Also, we had Nick Ball. Wow, what a fighter, but what a fight against Raymond Ford, man. I thought he won deservedly. I thought he did deserve, because even though Ford landed the harder shots, Ball landed more, definitely. He did outland Ford, and that's what, you know, boxing is about in the end. It's not who lands the harder punches, but who lands more, right? He wins. So I know there are people who will say, "Oh, Ford got robbed," but yeah, I mean, it was close, yeah, but I don't think it was a robbery. I mean, Ball won, and finally is a champion now at super featherweight, I believe now actually. Yeah, so I mean, Willie Hutchinson also, you know, had a. Oh, actually, sorry, it was featherweight, WBA featherweight title, yeah, of course. And he was robbed against, in his last fight against Ray Vargas, should have won. But, yeah, that's how it goes, you know. I think that is probably is the reason why he did get the decision, because, you know, he wouldn't have got it necessarily otherwise. You know, the champion usually, you know, gets it. And but yeah, Ball won, and kudos to him. He's a very exciting fighter. Always brings very exciting fights. So yeah. So yeah. Also, I for the first time watched Willie Hutchinson against Craig Richards, and he was very impressive. And he actually has a lot of you know, punches. Sorry, punching power, but Richards kind of took his punches well. He's a very tough guy, obviously, and but yeah, I had Hutchinson winning by a, you know, landslide, like 118, 111. I think I scored the last round even because nobody did much there. But I had like 8 rounds. No, sorry, 9 rounds to two, and yeah, and one even. I think something like that. Yeah. So Richards was very, you know, dormant in this fight. He was, you know, he wasn't very active. He didn't look so good, but he managed to land some good punches anyway. But not enough in any way, shape, or form enough to win the fight. So I'm looking forward to following Hutchinson. Yeah, right. So this division is shaping up like heavyweight. All right. So that was all. I mean, also Hamza Shiraz won against Williams. What was his name? First name. Austin, yeah. And Shiraz is a really big middleweight. Wow. Huge guy, 6'3". So, you know, he did well, you know, in this fight. He got the stoppage, and I think he's the new, like, beast at middleweight. But I don't think he will stay there very long. He's so big, you know. But, but anyway, I hope he gets to fight one of the two of the champions, or the best guys in the division, Jani Beka, Alim Kanuli, and Carlos Adames. So yeah, all right, that was that, and for now, and I'll be coming back soon with a boxing round. All right, so see you soon. Bye.